seen anything like that. No good. Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go in the end zone. He's going to go in the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, where we talk to sports and other stuff. Like, oh, damn it, my screen. Oh, God. You know what, guys? I'm really sorry, but I lost the intro. It just vanished
What the fuck happened?
Just vanished on my screen.
What the fuck?
It was something about France and Germany.
What the fuck? Where's the intro? Get your what? You can't just give up. No introduction. I've watched a lot of late night TV. I never saw Ed McMahon give up midway through his introduction for Johnny Carson. There it is. He got it. He got it?
I got nothing, dude. I have to reboot my computer if you want me to do the intro as red.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry. It just literally, I looked down and it vanished on me, and I apologize.
You know what it is? I blame Bobby, Roy. I blame Robert Tamburo, because I always tell people, no one respond to my show prep email. Because when people respond to the show prep email with all these replies, then I can't find the fucking show prep. So if you're gonna fucking send me an email, send it separately from the show prep. Otherwise, then I delete your email, and then somehow the show prep gets deleted. I bet you that's what happened there, Roy. Is that what happened? I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Damn you, Bobby. Damn you, Bobby.
There's two great ironies here. The first is I reply to that email because I know how busy Roy is. So it's just one email with all the information for him with the link and everything. I won't do it anymore.
New goddamn rule. But that's Bobby Tamburo. Today, we got a beautiful reply on our show prep email from Bobby Hutch, who we love, who's done such magnificent viral videos for us. But this has got to be the first time, Bobby Hutch, we're going to have to tell you, you're on a mild Shizer list now, because one of the two Bobbies is now the suspect for replying to the show prep email, because we got two show prep email replies. So one of the two Bobbies screwed up Roy today. That's official. So, Roy, you're lucky I'm in a good mood and I'm covering for you.
I can't believe it, man. I'm sorry. It just literally just died as I hit the clap. I don't know what I hit. It was something.
That's what happened. You erased the Restream email and then the show prep email, or you erased the Bobby Hutch email, which was very nice. It's like, this shit looks good today, boys. Go get him. So I'm not throwing Mr. Hutch under the bus. But for the purposes of today and the introduction, Roy's email got deleted. So the two Bobbies, you're on just a mild Shizer list, Roy. Roy, they're on the Shizer list. You
dude.
You just stay focused with me today.
Shizer, I'm the ones that I despise. Jesus, this one's on me, David. Mike, literally, I don't know what happened. My computer just, as I clapped my hands, everything just died on me. I don't know if I want to see if it works, if it starts working again. No luck.
We're going to proceed. It was a gorgeous fucking intro, but guess what? I'm just going to repackage it for next Monday. so thank you, Roy. I don't have to write an introduction next week.
I can't believe it, David. I'm a bit flustered right now.
Don't worry. I can see you're flustered. And
just
you're fucking crazy. What?
Because you're so flustered, Roy, are you recording?
I am recording.
Just wanted to double check that just to make sure, because I know how flustered you are. I didn't want to screw it up. We're good to go, Dave.
This entire debacle has been captured.
I hate all of you motherfuckers today.
You know what, Dave? I'm going to fall on the sword.
No, I came in here in a good goddamn mood. And then I get the fucking Three Stooges routine. I got so much good fucking show prep that I want to just get into right now. So don't worry about the computer. Just listen up. And let's just get into the fucking show, you screwballs.
Jesus.
You goddamn screwballs. Jesus is right. Jesus ain't helping you, Roy Harter.
No, I blame.
You're on. You know what, Roy Harter? You are on the Chizer list.
Shiza! I'm the one that you all despise.
Because I'm telling you, just leave the phone alone. Just you. It's me and you now.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry about the show prep email. Honestly, Roy, how's the show prep email going to help you? Are you someone who actually memorizes Caitlin Clark's field goal percentage? You don't strike me as the guy who does a deep dive on the sports statistics the way the Dave man does. So you just don't worry about it. Okay.
All right. Well, if it's any consolation, it looks like my system has returned. So if you want me to read the intro, I can do it now, David.
I do not. I am going to repackage that stupid fucking introduction for next week so I don't have to write a new one. Plus, it'll be timely since it's about the Olympics. I do want to discuss another scandal. By the way, my right eye is scratched by the dogs, but it wasn't out of anger. It was just out of love. We were wrestling. And the dogs, every single Sunday when we're playing a little bit, one of them hits me, and it's always the right eye. They're like determined to give me some sort of Anakin Skywalker fucking scar all the way on my right eye. It's like the third week in a row it's happened. This time it's finally showed up on camera. The other 2 weeks I've had to put a little makeup on like I'm some fucking battered wife over here. Like I'm fucking married to, the fucking raging bull or something,
Eat the cake, David. Eat the cake.
I've been hiding my domestic dog on me abuse, but this time I couldn't cover it up with any makeup. The Anakin Skywalker scars in full.
I do see it. I see it, David. It looks like you got a bit of a shiner there. Wow.
Yeah. Fucking dogs, man. They just randomly will just like paw you in the eye, but they do it in a nice way. It's like, hey, I want to play. Don't scrape my fucking eye, bro. Or at least cut down on those Freddy Krueger nails you got going.
Yeah, right. Well, you should be cutting your dog's nails. Are you not, David?
No. I didn't know you had to cut dogs' nails.
I don't do it either. I take it to a groomer for that, so I can't fault you on that one.
Okay, that's what I got, because these guys, their nails are way too fucking long. On my wood floor, they always sound like they're tap dancing. I feel like I got fucking like Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly as two dogs over here. Now, another fucking supermarket scandal at Acme. And this is the place, the same Acme I went, what was it, 3 or 4 weeks ago, where I had to go to the bathroom, so I left my wallet, keys, and phone in my food shopping cart. And that was stupid, I guess. But you know what? I thought, nice little town in New Jersey, good people, safe place. I can go take a piss for 5 seconds, leave my phone, keys, and cart in my cart, come back, it wasn't there. I made a big scene where I yelled and screamed, my shit has been stolen. I told the fucking security, nobody move.
Yeah.
Lock this place down. They called the cops. It was a huge fucking situation. And then it turned out that it probably was one of their employees that stole my shit, because mysteriously my keys, wallet, and phone then reappeared in a different cart in a different place at Acme. And it was because I was creating such a scene that I'm like, what of you motherfuckers stole my shit? What are you fucking Acme dirtbags? You'd think I would move on from this place. No, Davey Mac don't move on. This is the place closest to me. I'm not moving on from Acme. They have to move on from me.
That's right.
I go there, Roy, on fucking Saturday. The guy in front of me, first of all, it's a disturbing fucking thing, because the guy in front of me looks like an old me. He was an old 68, 69, 70-year-old redhead gentleman.
Kind of like myself.
Right, you actually look like George Clooney compared to this fucking old-timer. All right?
Okay, fair enough.
This guy was old. No beard, but the mustache. So imagine just, this is what he looked like, but old. Yeah. Like this. Okay, no beard, just had the red mustache, the red hair. I don't know if this motherfucker thought I was his son. But he's in front of me on the cashier. He's in front of me online.
Yeah.
Right? What's that thing called? The grocery spacer bar or
the spacer, the divider.
The divider. Okay? I'm directly behind this dude. I'm not one of these jagoffs, this, a personal food space invader where you put the fucking divider right on their groceries and then I got to put my shit right on top of that. And we have 0 inches and centimeters dividing our food. I figure we're going to have a nice, peaceful boundary. Okay, this is how they fuck up in Europe. Okay, all the countries are stacked on each other. No, you should have neutral territory. So when I'm on fucking line at Acme, okay, The guy's in front of me, I then take the divider, I put it a good 6 inches behind his food. And
6 inches?
Yes, and then I wait. Dude, the guy had bananas and milk. I didn't need all the space. And I had 2 loaves of bread and some fucking, detergent.
Minimum of 12 inches, David, for the spacer.
No, listen, I do 6 and 6. So if his food's here's his food. I go, okay, 6 inches from there. And then another 6 inches after the divider on my side for when I put the food down. Understood?
I understand.
So that's a divider and 12 inches between foods.
I do divider 12 and 12, so I got a solid 2 feet.
Hey, that's fair. You're German. I thought you'd actually have your food hopping over the divider and trying to conquer the other people's food. Your fucking grapes were gonna go over and take out the frozen pizza and potentially throw the frozen pizza in an oven.
Roy just takes the divider. We don't believe in borders.
So that's how I do it. I feel like it's a win-win for all. You're not going to have the Dave man breathing down your fucking neck at the supermarket, right? You're going to have your shit just, over there. Old Dave, the guy in front of me, old redhead Dave, takes the divider.
Oh, boy.
Puts the divider right on his food. And then fucking needs to reorganize my food and pushes my food right up to the divider. So, in other words, this fucking freak ball apparently doesn't like the 12 inches of buffering zone that I have. He needed the divider right on his food, but then he's touching my food and putting my food right up on the divider because he's like, use the space. He goes like this, use the space, use the space. Why aren't you using the space? I'm like, this is a fucking 1,000-foot store and there's just 2 of us online. What's the rush, Grandpa? I don't need to use the fucking space, old timer. The guy looked like Red from The Natural. If anyone remembers the bench coach, Wilford Brimley's assistant. Well, that's what he looked like. Only he still had the red actually in the hair. But that's what he looked like. He looked like Red if their hair was still red. And he's like, yeah, but you should use the space. And I'm trying to... The first time he did it, Roy, I go, I can't have another issue here at fucking Acme. I'm becoming like the fucking Acme terrorist or something. Like
this is the same day that you lost your keys?
No. This is like a few weeks later is what he said. Okay. This just happened over the weekend.
Okay.
But it's still the same place and the same workers are there 24/7. And so now when I come into that place, they go, uh-oh, here comes trouble. Like, I mean, you've never seen people just all of a sudden get uptight when I walk in and I'm just trying to fucking buy some milk and some fucking goddamn Entenmann's Crumb Donuts.
I have, David. I have. I've been in the room with you many times.
I see a whole group of people, workers at Acme. Oh, shit. Like, here it comes. Here he comes. And
act busy.
So the first time old Dave fucking touches my food, I don't say anything. The guy's said, like I said, he's 70 years old. All right. But now his shit is getting checked. So I go, as his shit is getting checked, I'm I'm taking my food. I'm taking my land back. I'm going to fight this war. I'm fighting the World War III of fucking food occupation. So I moved my shit back, and you know what he does? He literally is confused at why I would do that. He takes the spacer, he puts it back towards his food, and once again touches my food, reorganizes it, and puts it right on the divider.
Oh dear, David.
I
Not
said,
cool.
Don't touch my food. And now the cashier's like, here it comes. Here it comes now. And she's like, oh, God. And she was the same person who was like, yeah, she was the same one. They have 20 fucking aisles in Acme. One checkout line that works. The rest of it's all self-help. Well, then why do you have the 20 checkout lines?
Well, usually for the old people the argumentative old people.
But I mean, there's no one manning those lines. There's 20 checkout lines, but there's one cashier. So it's wasted space because they have a whole fucking room dedicated to self-checkouts.
I agree with you. This whole self-checkout thing. I don't even go to the self-checkout. I walk around with a gun. I just zap my stuff and off I go. I don't even have to go to the counter.
It seems like stealing.
Maybe I'm stealing. I may be shoplifting, but I haven't been charged yet. But
that might be. You are shoplifting. So when he touches it again, I go, don't touch my food. And the cashier, you can see, she now just wants to get him out of the store as quickly as possible before there's a scene. But old Dave had to fucking go, what? I go, I let you get away with it the first time. You got your fucking hands all over my Cool Ranch Doritos, okay? All over my grapes, and all over my goddamn chicken nuggets, and all over my steakums, okay? I let you get away with it the first time. Don't touch my food.
Yeah, that's a no-no in the dog world.
And he's like, and then he just, he ran out of there. The cashier, this like lady in her early 60s goes, I'm so sorry. You always have to deal with these things when you're here.
She's obviously placating you, David.
Like I said, she was the same one who told me, we have a lot of nefarious people here. Someone probably in here stole your wallet, keys, and phone. And that's when I freaked out 3 weeks ago. And that's when I started screaming, nobody move! No one goes anywhere! So the same lady has to deal with this interaction. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this keeps happening to you. I'm like, goddamn right! Thank you for saying that to me, ma'am.
I can't wait till you go next time. And she's like, we're friends, right? Like, you give me a heads up if you were going to do something.
Next time I'm going to walk around just pretending I have a gun. I'm just going to put my hand in my shirt the whole time. People are like, he's either Napoleon or he has a gun.
Yeah. Hey, you and me, we're the same, right? Got from falling down. We're exactly alike.
Same, see?
We're the same.
Yeah, man. I get it. So I'm not like I said. This is the Robert knows where I live. This is the place that's fucking. It's 200 feet from my house. I'm not going to a different supermarket. But Acme, I want much less hassle going in. Okay, do you know what kind of celebrity I am? A Z-list shitty one. Okay? But that should at least afford me the ability to not have strangers touch my fucking food. Like a stranger handling your food at the supermarket, who's not the cashier.
Yeah.
What?
Now, are you the kind of guy that likes to open your food and eat it while you're waiting online? And the food is actually open?
Shit. I don't play around. The fucking food, the store is for buying the food. I ain't that fucking fat goddamn Costco family who brings the boom.
Boom.
We bring the boom. All the people in me. We bring the boom to all the people in we. We bring the boom. What, do you know about that family?
Yeah, that Italian family. I can't stand those guys. I think I've watched one video, and every time I've seen that fat, ugly face pop up again, I just keep scrolling.
My favorite would be if they were at Acme next Sunday and they were touching your food in line.
I don't know why that family doesn't expand and go beyond Costco. Like, have they not thought, like, eventually people are going to get, like, sick of their fucking chocolate chip cookie reviews at Costco? Like, why not branch out to a mall, McDonald's, Dairy Queen? I don't know. Just like, go to all the brands, you stupid fucking Jersey fucking assholes. And I know they live in Florida, but you can't. They're not from Florida. They're from goddamn the Garden State. Davey Mac can spot Jerseyans. Come on. Bring the boom.
Gabe, I think you're missing a huge opportunity here, which is a live action. You get to be Wile E. Coyote, and you get so fed up with this Acme that you go nuts. Like, I think it's a perfect opportunity for you because you've kind of got Coyote-like characteristics.
Yeah.
Like, you're over the, you could be over the top, you could be dramatic, but he always deals with Acme sending him bunk products.
I know.
You deal with the bunk Acme store.
That's exactly who I am. I'm the fucking Wile E. Coyote of humans when it comes to this place. It's just that Acme fucking with my Saturday mornings. Every Saturday morning's ruined by Acme. Now listen. I got another gripe. And then we're going to have a fucking sport.
When are we going to start the show, David?
This is the show. I didn't bring a paper towel. You're going to have to stretch. I'm literally sweating because of the Acme shit. Hold on.
Okay.
Stretch.
Oh, man.
Stretch. Get those legs. Make sure you get the legs when you stretch.
I'm not wearing any pants, David. So
yeah, me neither.
I believe, sadly, I believe both of you sick freaks. The New Jersey Hall of Fame nominees are out. And every year, Roy Harter, you've been with me. Roy, can you believe that the first Davey Mac Sports Program was 2011?
Wow, what is that, 18 years ago? What does that come out to?
Well, this is our 14th year.
14th year?
13 years ago, but this is our 14th year.
Wow, that's a testament to my loyalty, David.
Now, we had that 6-year Eastside Dave show in between, but that was just a psychedelic spinoff of the Davey Mac Sports Program.
But I still count that as us being together.
Yeah,
because
that counts. That counts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you the names, Robert and Roy. Mm-hmm. You're going to see. I want to see if you guys who you think belongs and who doesn't belong. Because my point is, every single year since this show began, I believe since 2010, I started to put my name for the New Jersey Hall of Fame. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why the fuck not?
I call you the King of Jersey.
I'm one of the greatest broadcasters that New Jersey's ever had, and B, I'm the greatest manager in New Jersey wrestling history. For the IWF, we've got a gig coming, a huge event this September. So make sure you're getting your tickets at campiwf.com, where the Dave Man will be there managing his star-studded athletes, Robert Atkins, Brian Atkins, Justin Adams, and more. Okay, major event, campiwf.com for tickets. So you're talking broadcaster. You're talking legendary high school athlete. You're talking you're talking New Jersey manager. What's that? What else?
Musician. You're a musician as well.
Guys with ears won the St. Rose High School Battle of the Bands in 1994. You might have heard a song called Bunsen. So every year, I fucking submit myself to be nominated. I'm going to read you the list, and we'll see if I'm on the list this year, finally. For the New Jersey Hall of Fame, Meryl Streep. Now, she's not there already. Okay?
She should be.
No issues with Meryl Streep, right? One of the greatest actresses of all time. But if you're telling me Meryl Streep is not in the New Jersey Hall of Fame, then what? Yeah. So that one seems stupid to me.
What has she done lately? She wore some Prada, and then we all go, "Oh, she's the best ever." Get the fuck over yourself, Meryl Streep.
She's doing Kramer versus Kramer Part 2. Where her and Dustin Hoffman are suing each other for the kid. The kid's like 50. Here we go. Paul Rudd. Now, look. I've said it before. I like Ant-Man in Avengers movies. As far as Ant-Man solo movies, all 3 movies, and you can quote me on this, sucked my ass. All 3. Ant-Man was never should have given his own franchise. Ant-Man by himself, Ant-Man with the Avengers, great. Love him. Funny, fun little character. But Ant-Man by himself, no. So Paul Rudd, I don't think so. Not over me. Kevin Smith. I love Kevin Smith. Clerks, Dogma, all of it. I no problem with Kevin Smith, but at this point, I'm actually better than Kevin Smith. At this point.
Have you considered saying you have a heart condition? Maybe they'll rush you in too.
Shit, I should. I had pericarditis.
There we go.
15 years ago.
Could happen any second. We got to get Dave in now.
Yeah.
By the way, check out Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite. New episode, patreon.com/EastsideDave, where we discuss my pericarditis, my heart infection, where I nearly died from a heart infection. And then I called all pilled up into the Ron and Fez show. Classic episode. Go listen to it right now. Patreon.com/EastsideDave. All right, going on. Leslie Gore. Does anyone know who she is? Robert?
Is that Al's ex? Like Al Gore's ex-wife?
I'm giving you just the category of entertainment and sports because I feel like that's the category. They have other categories in terms of politicians and all this kind of bullshit, but I'm not going to obviously realistically get nominated for that category. But arts or sports? Because we do the number 1 independent sports podcast of all time.
Of all time.
I'm not saying this. iTunes said this, ladies and gentlemen, when the iTunes team gave us Best in Show for best independent sports podcast in the world. Facts. Clarence Avant. I never heard of him. Clarence Avant? Mm-mm. Sandra D. That name sounds familiar. Sandra D. She was like a singer?
I don't think it's the same Sandra D that you're thinking of, David.
Look at me, I'm Sandra D. From Greece?
Yeah, isn't
that who we're talking about?
No, the character, Sandra, it's not a character, it's a person.
Oh, then she doesn't belong in.
Lola Falana. Do we know who she is? Oh, Sandra D saying it's my party. If I can cry if I want to.
I think that was Leslie Gore.
I guess. That was Leslie Gore. One hit wonder. Okay, Lola Falana. It's a nice name, but Savion Glover.
Oh, I know who he is. He's a tap dancer.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. How many fucking tap dancing references are going to be on this episode?
Too many.
Warren Littlefield. Wasn't he just some fucking NBC stooge executive that literally everyone from David Letterman to Seinfeld made fun of? Because when they did Seinfeld, the show within the show, they had like a little Warren Littlefield type of guy. Wasn't that like played by Bob Balaban or something? Or am I thinking of something else?
I think you're nailing it.
Or is that the Late Shift? Either way, on Seinfeld or on the Late Shift with David Letterman, they portrayed Warren Littlefield as an empty-headed fucking moron. Bill Maher, I know him. He's famous.
Yeah.
And for sports, Phil Simms and U.S. goalie Tim Howard. Phil Simms is from the South. He played with the Giants, but the guy, he's from the South. As for Tim Howard, I'm sorry, what year did the U.S. Win the World Cup? What year did the U.S. win the Olympic gold? In soccer, I'm saying, in soccer. Oh, that's right, never! So why are we putting some U.S. soccer goalie in the fucking New Jersey Hall of Fame?
He was probably the greatest goalie for 8 years. Like in the world.
How many World Cups did we win in those 8 years, Bobby?
We had our best run ever because of him. He was kind of like the Jimmy Craig of men's soccer.
How many cups did we win with Tim Howard?
The same as Beanie Cups, Dave.
How many cups? Answer
Zero.
the fucking question, Meatball.
0.
Right. 0. So I'm sorry. I'll put in Kevin Smith. I'll put in Meryl Streep. Paul Rudd, you're on the fence with me. Ant-Mans are good in Avengers, not good by themselves. As for Leslie Gore, Clarence Avant, Sandra Dee, Lola Falana, Savion Glover, Warren Littlefield, Bill Maher, Phil Simms, and U.S. goalie Tim Howard, go suck my ass. The rest of you in the New Jersey Hall of Fame, consider yourselves right now on the Shizer list.
Shizer, you're the ones that we despise.
I mean, what kind of bullshit is this? Year in, year out, I get rejected. I'm not even good enough to be nominated. We don't know half the people on this list. Fucking A.
Paul Reiser. Huh.
Paul Rudd.
Oh, Paul Rudd. Yeah, sorry. Paul Reiser, he should definitely be on that list. I mean, he's a household name.
I mean, 25 years ago with Mad About You, people aren't sitting around talking about Paul Reiser in 2024.
Seems like he should have gone in the same time as Meryl Streep then. Did she die? Is that why we're talking about her? What has she done lately?
And also, if Meryl Streep is in fact from New Jersey, she shouldn't have been in this Hall of Fame 20 years ago. I mean, this New Jersey Hall of Fame thing has been in existence for a long time now.
It feels like at a certain point, Dave, they're just putting people in to irritate you. Like Phil Simms, who's definitely not from Jersey at all. They're like, you know what? Let's put him over this Dave guy.
Here's how Phil Simms, I'm sure he lives in New Jersey now. I mean, I don't even know that for a fact. But because of his Giants career, a lot of former New York football Giants resided in their rich North Jersey town. They like to live. Eli Manning. I mean, they're from Louisiana. Eli still lives in Hoboken. He loves Jersey. Like the Giants, the former Giants tend to like living in North Jersey because there's a lot of very, very, very wealthy fucking communities that they can have their little mansion in and not be bothered by. But Phil Simms, when you're seeing him on TV, he's like, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to have a good time. Yeah, I'm from New Jersey. That's right. My name is Phil Simms, baby. I'm Phil Simms from the Garden State. Woo! If you want New Jersey, just come to me, Phil Simms. Nothing does Jersey like Phil Simms. Yeah, I got all kinds of Jersey. I got Jersey tomatoes for you. I got New Jersey. I got Jersey girls. I got Jersey walnuts. 50% off all things from New Jersey. Come to Phil Simms' New Jersey Barnyard. We're going to sell you all. I got all kinds of things. Who wants a stuffed animal of the Jersey Devil? Do you want a stuffed animal of the Jersey Devil? Well, come to Phil Simms' New Jersey Barnyard and grab yourself a stuffed animal of New Jersey Devil, only $19.99. It's Phil Simms, New Jersey. I love you. I mean, that's what it's like. So I'm not dealing with it. Now let's get into the ever fun topic of Caitlin Clark.
Oh, here we go, David.
Here we go. No, not here we go. Not here we go.
Okay.
I'm actually so fucking sick and tired. Not this argument, not this topic, because I think it's an interesting topic and story. I'm just sick and tired of the commenters and the bullshit artists. Because no matter how much proof or angles or good old-fashioned research you show folks, they're just going to lie for some reason, and I don't know why. I'm not being the psychologist. But Stephen A. Smith, the controversial figure, okay? He's on ESPN. I find him to be entertaining. I certainly don't agree with everything Stephen A. Smith says, but I do find him to be entertaining. I think he's got he reminds me of Mad Dog, Chris Russo. And the fact that he has Mad Dog Russo on his show on Wednesdays is a nice little treat. So I honestly never really watched Stephen A. Smith until he brought in Mad Dog on Wednesdays, and I've gotten to like him. So forget about the Dave man and all my very logical opinion and point of view that Caitlin Clark should have been on the U.S. women's Olympic team because she's a star, because she is a great player, because despite what Dawn Staley fucking says, she was playing just fine at the time, because she was a rookie who was clearly going to improve once she got more WNBA professional experience, because they need eyeballs. Well, here's what Stephen A. Smith says. Because, Roy, I don't know if you know, Team USA women have gotten the lowest attendances at the Olympics for any team. For any women's basketball team. Their games across the board are the lowest attendances and the lowest rated on television. Facts. But don't trust me. Trust Stephen A. Smith. Quote, here's what he has to say. Quote, how does it feel, Team USA, to have 6 games? 4 of them drew over 20,000. And the one that didn't draw 2,000 more than you. Oh, and the one, that means, okay, hold on. That means that outside of that, the other games drew more than 6,000 fans compared to you, Team USA. The other games, all the other international games, drew over more than 6,000 fans compared to the American women. He says, how does it feel? See, we want to play like marketing and business don't play a role in all of us. Have you ever been to the Olympics? Do you know they'll remove you from events if they have a sponsorship from Coca-Cola and you drink Pepsi? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's why you should have had Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, because they're a draw. I never once said that Caitlin Clark should have been on the team ahead of the 12 people selected ahead of her because of basketball. I said marketing matters in everything. Promotion matters in everything, and you're not going to get around that. That is what I said. And you go over to Paris and Team USA draws the lowest attendance. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's why you should have had Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Valid point there, David.
That's what Stephen A. Smith said. So take all your hate and direct it to Stephen A. Smith, okay? Because more and more people are just calling out the bullshit surrounding the Caitlin Clark, and that's all it is. And there's a weird pride thing going on now where people just can't admit that they're wrong, all right? Get over yourselves. Meanwhile, get a load of this. Because, you know, Stephen A. Smith has to compliment Caitlin Clark. Well, Sheryl Swoopes decides, you know what? Fuck you, Stephen. Sheryl Swoopes says the Indiana Fever would still make the WNBA playoffs without Caitlin Clark. And that is why Sheryl Swoopes would vote for Angel Reese for the Rookie of the Year in the WNBA.
That's why?
That's why.
We're sure about that?
The Indiana Fever would make the playoffs without Caitlin Clark, who is their leading scorer, their leading assist totaler, their leading three-point shooter, who just set a WNBA record with 19 assists in one game. Sheryl Swoopes, though, says, well, she fucking makes no sense. First of all, no one in the history of sports is allowed to vote on, I think the team would make the playoffs without you. Like, what the fuck are you? You don't introduce hypotheticals to voting for awards. What you do is you look at stats, you stupid fucking asshole. So that's what we'll do. Caitlin Clark averages 17 points a game. Angel Reese, 13 and a half. Boom, that's one for Clark. Angel Reese averages 11.9 rebounds. Caitlin Clark averages 5.8. Boom, that's one for Angel. We're going to be fair. By the way, almost 6 rebounds a game for the point guard position. It's pretty goddamn good, actually.
Yeah,
but
very impressive.
Assists. Listen to this number. Assists. Caitlin Clark, 8.2. Angel Reese, 1.8 assists. Boom, that goes to Clark. So that's 2 out of 3 categories. We're just going by the numbers, folks. We're not going to fucking play around with any more bullshit. But seriously, Angel Reese, 1.8 assists per game. You put Roy on a fucking WNBA floor, he's getting at least 4 or 5 assists a game without even trying. Shit, just by accident, you should be averaging 3 or 4 assists a game. 1.8 assists a game? That's fucking shit. All right, so Caitlin Clark, though, 2 out of 3 categories. Steals. Caitlin Clark, more than Angel Reese. Hey, so that's 3 categories to 1. Hey, you know how Angel Reese is like 8 inches taller than Caitlin Clark?
And plays center, yeah.
Guess who has more blocks? Caitlin Clark, 1.8 to Angel Reese, 1.5. That's 4 of the 5 categories, including blocked shots. I thought Angel Reese is fucking supposed to be goddamn Bill Russell Jr. Caitlin Clark has more blocked shots than Angel Reese? 5 out of 6 categories, ladies and gentlemen. 3-point percentage, Caitlin Clark, 6 out of 7. Field goal percentage, Caitlin Clark, 7 out of 8. And free throw percentage, Caitlin Clark. 8 out of the 9 fucking biggest categories on the back of the WNBA baseball or basketball card. Caitlin Clark is better, superior to Angel Reese in 8 of the 9 most important categories. Cut and dry. Reese has the rebounds advantage, and that's it. Caitlin Clark has every other statistical category advantage, and her team is about to make the playoffs. Sheryl Swoopes and everyone else who is still in denial and now is a hater. Not me, you. The stats show it. People like Stephen A. Smith agree with it. Okay? You are fucking lying. So you know what? If you have some weird fucking shit, work on yourselves. Maybe not fucking judge everyone else. Maybe not yell at, maybe not call everyone who's just pointing out Caitlin Clark's stat line, which is vastly superior to Angel Reese. Maybe there's no motive or agenda. It's just clear that one person's a better basketball player than the other. As for me, I actually would have put Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on the Olympic team because let's be honest, it's Magic Bird Part 2. See, I got no issues with fucking promoting Caitlin Clark over here and Angel Reese over here. None whatsoever. That's what they should be doing. But what they should be doing is the WNBA legends talk in a complimentary style about both. Why is that so hard? Why wouldn't you say Angel Reese is a fucking great player and Caitlin Clark is a fucking great player? Who would you pick for Rookie of the Year? I don't know. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of great shit that Clark has done. Angel Reese, I think she's done incredible shit too. I got to sit down. But instead, it's just this fucking lying shit from Sheryl Swoopes. When is Sheryl Swoopes going to be called out?
I believe you just did, David.
Yeah. Sheryl Swoopes. You familiar with the little thing called the Scheiser List?
Scheiser! You're the ones that we despise.
And just in case anyone wants to pretend that Sheryl Swoopes isn't a hater, let's recall 2 fucking important things that she said about Caitlin Clark. Quote, this is when Caitlin Clark was breaking all records in college. Okay, I'm going to remind you of this quote. Caitlin Clark right now takes about 40 shots a game. And when she comes to the league, regardless of what team she goes to that has vets on that team, she probably ain't going to get 40 shots a game. Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years. Well, Caitlin should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year, and then there's another year, and you know what I mean? She's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it a truly broken record? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, they'll go in the record books, and I don't think it should. Why that's an issue? Caitlin Clark averaged 20 shots a game, not 40. You fucking liar. Caitlin Clark also played 4 years of college, the same amount as Kelsey Plume. 4 years of college. She didn't play 5. She didn't play 6. She played 4. Look up the fucking seasons. So, did Caitlin Clark average 40 shots a game? No, 20.1. Did Caitlin Clark play 5 or 6 years? Nope, she played 4. So Sheryl Swoopes is a fucking verified, bona fide liar. And the point is, I'm allowed to call her out on it. And if you got a problem with it, then you got a problem. See, you got the moral problem then. Not me.
Can I say they should have switched their arguments, Stephen A. Smith and Sheryl Swoopes? Like, I think Stephen's point about drawing attendance is a better credential to be the Rookie of the Year because you're doing more for the WNBA, whereas the Olympics is about winning. We have a strong, as Americans in particular, we have a strong standing thing of we're not taking the best players, we're taking the best teams.
Right now, Caitlin Clark, according to the experts, is in the top 3 of the WNBA in MVP voting. Forget about Rookie of the Year. She's in the top 3 for MVP voting. She is really turning it on right now, and she's blowing people away. This was obvious because when people are certain, it's not like we've said this about, Peyton Manning or like this year, the fucking Caleb Williams, right? People can say, holy shit, what that person did in college is fucking incredible. No question about it. That person's going to be a great pro. They just got to get reps and experience. And once they get reps and experience, they're going to be a fucking star. Okay? Caitlin Clark literally had to go from March Madness, setting all these records, getting to the finals, to this fucked up, I don't know why the WNBA has their fucking league set up like this. To fucking 2 or 3 weeks later, the WNBA season begins. So, of course, there's no transition time. But even then, she was averaging like 16 points a game. Now she's actually averaging like 18, 19 points a game, which is why her average is up to 17 and a half right now.
Oh, absolutely. And I think all those stats are why I would have her on the team, not that she's going to sell tickets to the games, is my point. For the Olympic team, you want everything. The best team.
This is what I've been saying, and that's why I brought up Stephen A. Smith, because if I say it, let's be honest, some people... I don't know why. I'm not the psychologist. I don't know if it's because I'm opinionated or I think electricity or enthusiasm. But when it comes out of my mouth, people want to, shut up. Holy fucking Caitlin Clark, fucking hey, big mouth, Caitlin Clark. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you have no idea who the fuck you're talking to. This is what I do. What I've been doing for 20 years, dickwad. So that's why I didn't fucking bring up that quote. I wanted, quite frankly, the quote. I wanted a black man to have that quote and to call it clearly. That's what Stephen A. Smith did. He just has eyeballs and he sees it. And Robert, it's everything. It's everything. Sports exists because of great athletes who become stars. Marketable, big, bright, shining stars. We've discussed this on the show. David Stern figured this out 40 years ago. He said basketball, we should not be fucking promoting the teams. People hardly even know who's on the fucking Sixers and Knicks right now. He said we got to be promoting stars. It's about Magic and Bird and Dr. J and stars. Kareem, stars. Yes, to be a star, you have to be a great player. But the ideal world is you have a great player who then you market well, that they become a star, and then you fucking sell jerseys, you have people in the arenas, you have people watching the thing. Why at this point, Is there anyone in the WNBA who's going to have any balls? Seriously, any balls whatsoever to call up Sheryl Swoopes and say, hey, Sheryl, shut the fuck up. Because she is a great player and she is a star. And here's the deal. She has gotten, don't take my word for it, Google this shit. Caitlin Clark has gotten the biggest television ratings and the biggest attendances for her games, Indiana Fever games, in the last 21 years. You have to go back to 2003, which is almost the inception of the league itself. So when the league was just being born, so it was fresh. Okay? Since the league was fresh 20 years ago, it's been dying a slow death, ladies and gentlemen. The attendances are lower and lower. The TV ratings are lower and lower. The WNBA is a failing league until Caitlin Clark, and I'll even say Angel Reese, have fucking pumped some juice into this thing. But let's not fucking make it. Let's celebrate both. Why are we not doing that? Why can't we just say, holy shit, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are transcendent, and the league is going to be great with them leading the way for the next 15 to 20 years. But Sheryl Swoopes has an axe to grind. I'm not even asking why, but it's very obvious. And someone from the WNBA should call that fucking asshole out. Yes, I just did. I'm talking someone with some balls, ironically, in the WNBA. Do they have a commissioner? Do they have anyone who could call up Sheryl Swoopes and be like, you are hurting us?
I look forward to when Caitlin Clark's holding up the finals MVP trophy, whatever they call it, like the Susan B. Anthony Award of the WNBA or whatever. But and she just goes, hey, this one's for you, Swoopes. I think that's who's going to call her out. I think Caitlin Clark is the type of person, Tom Brady, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, you just don't piss them off. Like, she has played her best games when people have been chirping the most, and this is just fueling her fire. Look at when everything started taking off for her in the WNBA. It's the minute all this criticism started, and I think, if anything, really this is going to make her the villain, but it's going to make her the super villain. Like, it's going to push her to the next level.
What's the goal for Sheryl Swoopes?
Us to talk about her.
For shitting on Caitlin Clark?
I think she's achieved her goal, David.
Well, what is the reason? Why is Sheryl Swoopes saying all this shit? I mean, she's literally spreading misinformation. The whole 40 shots a game, it was a total fucking bullshit lie. She averaged 20.1 shots a game. She didn't shoot 40 shots a game. So you lied. She didn't play 5 years. She played 4. So why are you lying about her? And at some point, doesn't someone say, fuck what Sheryl Swoopes said, because she's a fucking liar? Because we've caught her on 2 Caitlin Clark lies now. So at some point, doesn't anyone say, fuck, who gives a shit about Sheryl Swoopes? She's a fucking angry old fucking asshole.
I'm going to start anytime I tell a white lie or get caught in a lie saying, oops, I made a Swoopes.
No. Swoopes, I did it again. Got caught in a lie about Caitlin Clark. Swoopes, I did it again. I'm an angry person. Can't play basketball. Swoopes, I did it again. I'm mad because I'm fat. I'm really fat now. I'm 30 pounds heavier than when I was a player. I'm a fat fucking angry asshole. Swoopes, I did it again. All right.
I hope it's Lisa Lobo who calls her out with a bank shot.
Lisa Lobo.
With the bank shot.
Olympics. Picture. Noah Lyles. He's the guy that we talked about just last week. I said, this motherfucker, he better win. Look at this. Now, Noah Lyles is the guy in the blue. Now, look at the 2 guys on top. People were pointing out those 2 feet actually seem to finish before him. However, in racing, this is the 100 meters at the Olympics, it's about the torso. Whoever gets their torso over the finish line, not the foot. And they did a frozen, photo finish type of deal. and Noah Lyles got the gold. His torso went over the line first. So he put it all on the line. I give him a ton of credit. He made everyone sweat. But this guy, he's been talking a lot of smack. He's been saying, I got to win to secure my legacy as one of the greatest of all time. I'm like, one of the greatest of all time. You realize Carl Lewis, Giants fans like that, but Carl Lewis did 4 Olympics and won golds in 4 separate Olympics. And Usain Bolt, he did 4 Olympics, right? I mean, when people think of running and sprinting, isn't it Carl Lewis and Usain Bolt?
100%. Or
yes.
You go back even further, Jesse Owens. Like, you don't think of this guy at all.
Cool. Michael Johnson for a little bit was fast. He was a guy.
Do you know what his biggest success might have been in the Olympics, Dave? He's the one who inspired all these NBA stars to play for Team USA because he made a stupid comment about the NBA calling themselves world champions. He's like, what are you, the world champions of what? I sprint for Team USA. And then it started with LeBron being like, I think I could play for Team USA. And they were like, they won't do anything without a shooter in the corner. And Devin Booker was like, I could stand in the corner and shoot. And like, it literally assembled the Avengers of NBA players to go out for the team because of this dick.
Well, hey, I'm happy he won.
Me too.
I root for the American. Now I got another thing, Roy.
Oh, dear.
Everyone is laughing about this picture. Spain took on Egypt in women's volleyball, and here, Roy, which one is Spain and which one do you think is Egypt? Take a guess, Roy.
Well, I think it's fairly clear, David.
What was funny is people were like, can we have some kind of happy medium? Like, what is just straight up? I mean, look at Spain's fucking outfits. It's fantastic.
And they look like scuba divers or something.
There's nothing median about how happy Team Spain's outfit's making me, David.
That is some outfit, Spain. And then Egypt there. God bless you, ladies. I got no commentary. I just thought, I too laughed at that picture. I'm like, what the fuck? What are we looking at here? Again,
one of them has much better UV protection. I'll tell you that, David.
It also feels like when you and some friends do something as a hobby and you show up and the real pros have actual equipment and stuff, like it feels like Egypt should kick the shit out of them. It feels like Team Spain was just 2 girls on the beach like, we play volleyball.
I mean, yeah, you're playing against a bunch of ninjas, it looks like.
It had a ninja look to it.
It's very intimidating, yeah.
Yeah. They should have thrown those little stars at him or something because Spain did win. The other thing is, I told you about the rugby. I never realized that I was a massive rugby fan. I almost want to go back to college and not get kicked. I mean, I had to graduate from Monmouth because I was kicked out of Fordham and wasn't kicked out of the new school in New York, but then just decided to stop attending classes. But Fordham had a rugby team. I wish I had gone back and played for it because rugby is tremendous. Did you know how they do the extra points? I just figured it out because I see the guys running into the end zone and I'm like, why are they still running? And why is the guy trying to tackle him while he's in the end zone? It's not a touchdown or a score or whatever, a try. I think they call it a try. It's not official until you down it. Here's the thing. So they run to go right behind the goalpost because if you down it there, then you have a nice straight on extra point field goal. So in other words, imagine if in the NFL, you're throwing a fade to a receiver in the corner and he catches the football in the corner of the end zone, touchdown. You would then have to line the extra point from a very far side of the field to match up where in the end zone the guy got the score. You see what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Very clear.
I like that rule. I think that's what they should bring to American football. You know, if you score a fucking touchdown straight up, you're running back, you get the nice extra field goal. You score a touchdown on the side of the end zone, you got to take an angled fucking extra point. That's a great rule. Here's the problem. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again, but I have solutions. 7-minute running time halves. Guys, it's too fast. I'm getting into the rugby so hard, and next thing you know, it's like, halftime. And you're like, halftime? 7-minute running time for the whole half. You sneeze and the half is over.
It's all right.
Just 7 minutes.
It's you're sprinting for 7 minutes. That's how I like my sports. Fast, quick, concise.
I want to change the rules a little bit, okay? We're America. We're the number one country in the world. We fucking determine all the rules for all you people, okay? All your societies. And we definitely should be in charge of all sports rules. And from now on, we're doing 4 7-minute quarters. Still the running time, still the 7 minutes. But we're doing proper quarters, like in America. Okay, no more bullshit. Right now, I got a good 28 minutes of rugby rather than 14 minutes for a fucking game. That's crazy, man. Running time. Again, folks, running time. The other thing that I want, and by the way, I've been thinking about it. America, motherfuckers, we got to start winning this rugby shit. So here's what I want. I want Tyreek Hill. I want Micah Parsons.
Oh, shit.
You need a big guy who holds up a little guy. If the ball goes out of bounds at rugby, they throw it in like soccer, but they allow a big player to hold up a little player high up in the air, and the little guy catches it. I love that. So I want Dexter Lawrence and Justin Jefferson in that spot. And then the last change to rugby is I want 5 forward passes allowed per quarter, and I want Patrick Mahomes to be on the rugby team. All right? Now, hold on, but before you have any fucking complaints.
No complaints from me, David.
5 per quarter. That's it. 5 forward passes per quarter. That makes it more fun, I think. You know, a lot of laterals. Everything's like the fucking, the Davey Mac Sports Program there, the Cal Stanford finish.
Yep.
And that's exciting. But why not some, activity over here? So 5 forward passes per quarter. We get Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Dexter Lawrence, Micah Parsons. And maybe we'll get Kelsey or somebody, or George Kittle, one of those, maybe a tight end.
Okay. I think
that's my 6. That's my 6 right there. You're telling me a fucking Team USA would, first of all, we'd have and by the way, the guy who's allowed to throw the ball forward 5 times per quarter, we're going to call them the quarterback. So our quarterback.
That makes sense.
Yeah, our quarterback, I think, is going to be much better than now. The Australian guys don't even know how to throw overhand because they've never had to do it. All they play is rugby and soccer. So they're like this. We're going to have Mahomes throwing fucking 60-yard bombs. We're going to fucking win every goddamn game 42-7.
I don't think you're allowed to throw overhand. Isn't that one of the rules?
We're changing the rules, I says.
This seems very drastic change, David. We may have to call this this new sport football.
I've never heard of it.
No, that's crazy.
I mean, that's just weird. We don't even use the foot in rugby. Right? By the way, we're calling this football isn't how about fun ball?
What if we take a page out of the Australians book and we call it American Rules Rugby? Because they have Australian Rules Football, where they kind of took our concept.
I like that. I like either American Rules Rugby or I like Fun Ball, because if we do Fun Ball, now that I think about it, we could call ourselves National Fun Ball League and still be the NFL. And then we'll be fun.
We have all the same music.
It's like people will tune into the NFL Network and it's like, hey, I thought this was a National Fun Ball. I thought we were going to get some Fun Ball commentary here.
Now, my only concern with your plan, Dave, is a lot of these NFL teams are not going to like letting their guys play in the rugby championship with injury risks. But I think I've found a workaround for you. Please. The NFL's got all these former players, right, with CTE who are still in decent shape, but not quite. And what if we put AP in, Adrian Peterson?
Oh, okay.
We get Peyton Hillis, and we use some of these old guys, and that way they're not broke. They have a life meaning again.
Well, I mean, or how about this? Or we take our rugby team, right? After the Olympics, we just extend, maybe we add 5 more guys to a side. And you know what they should also do in rugby? Put helmets on. Now that I think about it. If they had helmets, first down markers, 11 guys to a side, overhand throwing, then we could just go from the Olympics right into, proper American football. You see what I'm saying?
Brilliant. They're already in shape. I love it.
So that's honestly, that's my rugby thing. Simone Biles, 11 medals in Olympic history, 7 golds. She's one of the GOATs. And then lastly, with the Olympics, the man versus woman boxing controversy, I don't particularly care either way. Quite frankly, you know what my fucking philosophy is? Women, you've been screaming about fucking equality for years. Well, if men and women are the same, then women can get punched in the face.
Oh, dear David. That's a take I'm not going to agree with you on.
All right, hold on. Time out. I take that take back. I meant in the sports way, Roy. Not like not
like
in a domestic situation.
Right, okay.
Let me make that clear. Let me make this very, very clear. I mean in a sports way.
Understood, dude.
I don't know. That controversy, it's gone over my head because every article is different. And I'm like, you know what?
Some say she's a man. Some say she's a woman. I don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah, I don't know because everyone's like chromosomes, and I'm like, what am I, a fucking scientist? How do I know? Quite frankly, though, I haven't liked fucking boxing Olympics since who was it? They screwed over Holyfield in '88.
Yeah.
Evander Holyfield in 1988 fucked some goddamn European up. And they jobbed out. They fucking totally screwed over Evander. I think he ended up getting the silver. And I mean, he beat the hell out of this guy. He should have gotten the gold. And I'm pretty sure that was 1988. That turned me off of Olympic boxing right then and there. I'm like, if that can fucking happen, what's the point of me watching? Because you have 3 international judges with some American axe to grind. So I'm like, fuck you. Because Holyfield killed. It was like Holyfield taking on Joe Glass from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It was just bam, 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 bam. And they're like, oh, and the foreign guy's like, his eyes are closed and he's all up and they like raise his arm. And he was like practically like falling down. I'm like, what? So I'm done with boxing anyway. Who cares?
The IBF, the one who started the whole controversy, came out with a statement this morning, which was basically like, yeah, man, all these tests are really confusing. We'll clarify at some point. Yeah, that was their whole statement. They don't get it either. They don't know what's going on. No one does.
I'm not even participating because I don't fucking know. So that's going to do it. All right?
All right. Yeah.
We have to get out of here. We have to do things.
I certainly do.
We have what? What do you mean what do you mean? That was like you're giving me the bum's rush all of a sudden, and fuck you, Davey Mac.
I got a busy date, David. I got a Pearl Jam rehearsal tonight that I have to attend, so I got to get my stuff together. For the big
What
show.
songs are we playing?
Oh, it's the good ones, the ones that you know.
Oh, nice. So you'll need to learn what, like 3 chords, Roy?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Roy.
I am playing guitar in a couple of tracks, so I will need to practice.
If your singer ever goes down, don't forget Davey Vetter over here. Okay? I'll give you.
Don't call me daughter, not better. The picture kept will remind me. Don't call me daughter, not better. The picture kept will remind me. Don't call me daughter, not better. The picture kept will remind.
Do you play that one?
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah.
How about Even Flow?
Yeah, we play Even Flow.
Even Flow.
I don't know. I just don't know it in that key, David. I'm sorry.
Oh, we don't know. Cause he chases them away. Ah!
It's actually pretty spot on.
Does anyone do more, Roy, like fucking weird noises than Eddie? Because if you think about it, he's like, Jeremy smoking Cassidy. Oh,
Yeah.
the end of Jeremy. That's like how does the lead? Do you guys do Jeremy?
Yeah. He's he is almost having an exorcism.
Yeah.
I think David Lee Roth was pretty good at those little wacky expressions as well. I'd say.
What's
He's
your
up there
favorite
with
Pearl Jam song to play?
I like when we open up with Once. That sounds pretty kick-ass, man. Yeah.
Once upon a time, I could control myself, yeah. Oh, once upon a time, I will lose myself. Oh. Dude, I'm telling you, I am
Thanks for letting me warm up.
I am volunteering for the job should your guy go down or develop some sort of substance issue.
You're on the list, David.
All right, so you're doing the Pearl Jam. Do you have any plugs, Roy?
Just next Wednesday, August 14th at Industry, the Pearl Jam Tribute. Me, Sean O'Barry, and Torpedo will all be going to be playing Jet City. It's going to be a great night.
That's awesome. Can't wait for that.
I wish you could be there, David.
I know. I've got a very busy week coming up this week. Bobby Tamburo.
August 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll be at Comics Roadhouse at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, featuring for Pat Oates and recording his album. So if you're a fan of us, come on out. It'll be a great time for all. We're going to do the podcast live Friday. We'll probably do something Saturday. So come on out.
Excellent. Well, that sounds like fun. Well, listen. Go check out all things on the old patreon.com/EastsideDave and make sure you're subscribing to YouTube at Eastside Dave TV. Subscribe and share. We're going to take this live broadcast, mix it down a little bit, re-upload the MP4 and MP3, so make sure you're sharing those as well. And that'll do it. We'll see you back here next Monday. For Roy Harter, Bobby Tamburo, my name is Davey Mac. Good night, everybody. Mm-hmm.